Do you find yourself constantly struggling with portraying your Christ-like nature unapologetically, unashamedly, before the public? Or do you feel uncomfortable letting the world know this is where you belong, or this is whom you are in Christ? Did you hear the term their struggle? That's the enemy. And it is not of God. Hi, I am Uchenna Kelechi, and on this space I make valuable content on faith, lifestyle, and relationship. I'm truly grateful for the growth, though it may not be sporadic, but for each and every person that subscribes to this channel every other day. Truly, I am grateful. Thank you for supporting me. But if you're an OG, you're an amazing human being. Thank you for always coming back to support me by watching. Do not forget to like, share this video, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. So today I'm speaking on a very important topic that I consider as core, key, and essential for every believer who is running this Christian race. I believe this topic should be talked about often among believers, among Christians as well. Even with people who are non-believers, you never can tell whose life you'll be touching. Yes, so I asked a question initially before introducing myself, and that's because I have seen over time that most believers find it uncomfortable or are somewhat silent with their relationship, or rather their Christian walk with God. And it's not good. It's not meant to be so. You know, as believers, as children of God, we are the salt of the world. We are the light of the world. We should proclaim and portray our Christian walk with God for the world to see, and doing so unapologetically, unashamedly, and boldly, because our God is not a God that should be served in the secret place only. No. People should know you are a God lover and a servant of God and a steward of God by the associations you keep, by the things that spills out of your mouth, by the places you find yourself, by the clothing you wear, be it male or female. As a believer, you shouldn't be ashamed to let the world know where you stand. People shouldn't be contemplating if you're a child of God or not. People should know of a truth. This is whom you are. And whenever you step into a place or a room, they should feel the presence of God, and they should feel the uniqueness of your presence as being a child of God and nothing otherwise. See what the book of Romans 10:10 says. For with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. First, you believe with your heart, and then what follows is that you confess. Like when you're in the church and altar calls are being made by the pastor, and someone steps out, or a group of people steps out to give their life to Christ, they make some proclamations, and those proclamations are being done because they have believed that it is high time they come to the knowledge of Jesus Christ. and which is coming unto righteousness. And they now end up doing what? Confessing. And that confession is what transforms their being. I mean, you're believing in your heart and confessing it. Confessing that you're no longer an old creature. You are now a new creature in Christ Jesus. Old things, old ways of doing things, old ways and manners of talking are now bygone. Newness, freshness, and all things from within and outside you are beginning to become new. So that's what, encounter with God can do to the life of any person who chooses to surrender to God. And as a believer, once you surrender, people who used to know you before don't see that old man in you. Rather, they now see a new nature, a new being, being portrayed by you. And once you've accepted, or once you've had this encounter with God, it is not left for you alone to hoard it or to now start fellowshipping with God all by yourself in your secret place. No. It's now left for you to proclaim it, portray it, publicize God for the world, for the entire humanity to see. Okay? From that little space, that compound where you live, from that place, that office where you work, people should be able to tell that you are a new creature. People should be able to tell that you are a representative of God wherever you find yourself and at every given time. You should not be ashamed of publicizing or talking about God to whomsoever it is you find any day and any time. If you truly are a believer and you truly have been made anew and renewed and transformed and had an encounter with God, you live it out. You don't hoard it. You don't keep silent about it. I mean, I love to sing, just like this song goes. I am sure most people have heard it. And I will not be silent. I will always worship you. As long as I am breathing. It goes on and on. As long as you are breathing. You see, I wonder why sometimes I get to question myself. If unbelievers can unapologetically, freely portray whom they are and invariably who they serve, which is the devil, okay, by the way they live their lives, I wonder why some Christians get to be mute or somewhat silent or private about their relationship with God. If that's the case, there's a problem. It shouldn't be so. For instance, if you are in a relationship with someone, with a lady, as a man, you don't hide it from your siblings, nor your parents, nor your guardians, nor your pastor. No, you let them know. But whereby you are doing the contrary, which is not wanting to let people know about this lady, or let people who matter in your life know about this man you're dating as a lady, it means there is a comma somewhere. That is how it is with our walk with God. When I see some believers living contrarily to how they should live their lives, I begin to ponder. I mean, brother, you are meant to be a light to this world. You're meant to be a light in that corner. I mean, sister, you're meant to unapologetically use your beauty to serve God. People should be amazed and, inspired by how you just live for God. You shouldn't hoard it. You shouldn't hide it. You should live it out. I feel so happy whenever I, talk about God in the public. Like the other day, I went to my place of work via public means, and I actually publicized and talked about God. And each time I do it, I feel in other words, it's called evangelized. I talked about God, evangelized in the pubs I entered. And I felt this sense of fulfillment within me. I felt happy. I know, even though I wasn't getting the response I really would love to have gotten, from my fellow passengers. I know deep down, one or two people must have been inspired, or must have been blessed or transformed, by the message I shared with them that very day. So it's very important you talk about God. When you dress decently. When you talk modestly. You talk with poise and class, and make statements that wouldn't make eyes turn and be like, is this the Christian? Is this the God follower? No. People shouldn't do that when you talk. People shouldn't second guess when you say things. I mean, you build trust, you build integrity. Wherever you are, whenever you find yourself, a follower of Christ should publicize, should magnify it, no matter the form or shape or means you want to go about it. Just magnify, don't keep mute about it. Let people feel the encounter you've had with God through the friends you keep, through the colleagues you often hang around with, via the words you speak, via the things you put on your body. Those things matter. Those things matter. I just thought to share this because when I see believers or Christians that should be believers and Christians indeed via various shape, means and forms, and they are doing the contrary, it irks, it breaks, it bothers my heart. So, fellow Christians, today, it's high time we started to magnify the name of the Lord. It's high time we started to proclaim the name of the Lord in the face of this world, in the face of humanity, in everywhere we find ourselves. You shouldn't just be a God lover or a God follower just in your bedroom when you want to seek his face over an issue you're battling with, or when you hear a worship song that touches you and then you flow. It shouldn't be just that. It should transcend beyond that. Having said this, I hope you get my thoughts. So, my beloved brother and sister, make it a conscious effort to proclaim Christ and proclaim him indeed from within out your being and wherever you find yourself. Do not forget, it's in God we live, it's in him we move, and it's in him we have our being. Thank you. Till I meet you all next time, I remain the beautiful, delectable, and outstanding Miracle. Thank you. Do not forget to subscribe, like this video, share it as well.